Hey there! It is Saturday, December 10th, and I honestly cannot wait for Christmas break. So, I just got back from Christmas Village in Philadelphia, which is located at Love Park, and interesting enough, they have this huge Christmas tree and the stand, and they actually put that in the fountain. Well, of course they drain out the fountain, but I didn't know they had that. Like, I never heard of Christmas Village before, which ironically enough is funny because I live so close. We live so close to Philly. Um, but yeah, it's really cute. And tonight was like a theme night. It was German Christmas, I think, Christmas in Germany, and they had little trinkets of like German type items, which are really cute, like these little dolls. Um, they had these little shops everywhere. Like the whole square was covered in these shops. They apparently have really good roasted nuts, but I didn't get them, unfortunately, because it was so cold out. Like, we couldn't stand it. But it was really nice because I went with my friends Eric, Benny, and John, and G, who G is actually from South Korea. She's so funny. I love her. She's adorable too. Um, but yeah, we all hung out. It was really nice. I got hot chocolate. That was really it because I already went Christmas shopping yesterday, where I went to Rittenhouse and Walnut Street, and I went to the Barnes and Nobles. Oh my God, 3 floors of Amazingness. Ah, I flipped out. Oh, and by the way, I have a photo to show you guys. But there's a book called Psychology of Twilight. What? Okay, Psychology of Twilight. What are they trying to do here? Like, figure it out if Edward is insane or not, or has like ADD, or Bella just can't make facial expressions. Like, what is going on? Like, I don't. I didn't even open it to read any of it because oh my God, I didn't want to ruin my brain cells. But holy shit, like, how can they do this? Like, and they also had philosophy of Twilight too. All right, taking it for granted. There was also, I thought this was cool because I'm kind of being biased here, but there was a psychology of Harry Potter and a philosophy of Harry Potter, which, now that I think about it, just having a philosophy or psychology of any book is really weird, unless it's an actual like psychological philosophical philosophical book, you know. Yeah, just really weird. But the Barnes and Nobles was really cool, and I went to Rittenhouse. That area, that little park, was really cute and had a Christmas tree lit up and snowflakes everywhere in the trees. I went there with my friend Taylor, who lives on my floor. She's really awesome. She's a musical theater major, really good too, amazing actually. Um, and we went to this cute little Italian pizza place, and it was actually like really nice and not and like yeah, it was a really good Italian restaurant. I forget the name, but I have their card, so I'll probably go back there again. But Walnut Street, that's where it's at. So I'm practically already up to 3 minutes, so I'll try to make this fast. Two things that happened this week that I love. Okay, John Green books. My friend Dan, who's a nerd fighter and is coolest guy ever here at Temple, or at least one of them, lent me his John Green books, which are An Abundance of Catherines, Will Grayson, and Looking for Alaska. I just finished Looking for Alaska a day ago, and I don't think I've ever cried that much reading a book. And I'm pretty sure it's my new favorite novel. Like, I'm pretty positive it beat out Great Gatsby. Well, I mean, kind of, because Great Gatsby is kind of like a classical, like, not classical, but it's like a original literature thing that, like, everyone knows, you know? But this is more of like 21st century novel that is just phenomenal. John Green, like, oh my God, his writing, like, Paper Towns was personally okay. I don't really like the ending, but the storyline I liked. But like, John Green's writing like came alive in this book, like, and I think it's really funny because the teacher that he had in Looking for Alaska was a teacher that my friends have, Benny and Eric. They are in this class called Asian Studies, and they talk about the religions and Hinduism, Buddhism, and it's really cool. And the teacher reminds me so much of their teacher, and they actually learned a lot in the class, and like we talk about it all the time, and it's just like nerdy, geeky moment. I'm like, it's so cool. So I guess I could kind of relate more for Looking for Alaska. So maybe that's the reason why I liked it better than Paper Towns, but who knows. Um, but yeah, it was so good. I cried so much. And like, it's that feeling when you finish a really good book and you don't want it to finish, but you feel amazing because you did. And it was just so good. I loved it. I'm gonna read more. And I pre-ordered his new one that's coming out January 10th, which it's coming out January 10th. And you guys read Looking for Alaska. That's kind of horrible if you think about it. I don't know if he did it on purpose because I didn't really watch any of his videos to talk about it yet, unless the one he's talking about the 5 typos I just watched a couple days ago. Yeah, January 10th is the day that Alaska's mom died. Spoiler alert. That was kind of late. But yeah, that's really sad. Why is he doing that? All right, so after the amazingness of Looking for Alaska, another thing I did this weekend was go to the Annenberg Hall, which is in the Communications of Theater, and I went to Studio One because my friend Sarah, who I work with at Saxby's, I went to see Noah and the Whale with, which is an indie band at TLA. I'm talking really fast. She texted me. She's like, Sarah, you should come see this concert. Like, no one's here. It's from this indie Philly band that's local, and they're called Toy Soldiers. Which I've heard of Tiny Toy Soldiers, which is like a famous band. I was like, what? She's like, no, they're different. But anyway, it's regardless. So I went to the studio, and it was actually like a huge TV studio, and I've never been in it before. And it was like, this is so weird. And so we had to pretend to be the audience, and like there was like 5 people there, and like I met these really cool people, and they like it was so much fun. And we were like jam. They were playing their music. We had to like bob our head and like look like we're into it, and then an interview, and it was for the Hoot, which is like TUTV, but it was really cool because they actually had concerts this Saturday and Friday night, but they were at venues where you have to be 21 or older, which sucks. But they're really good. You guys should look them up. Toy Soldiers. So challenge of the week. Tell us a childhood game. That's actually a really good one, Chelsea. I like that one. Okay, so I remember doing this a lot during. It was either second or third or fourth grade. So specific. No, definitely third grade. When you used to have indoor recess, you would just be in your classroom and you were like, fooling around, just playing tic-tac-toe or something. But I remember I used to get a group of people together, and I want to say it was like Corey Pining, Andrew Goodwin, and like all those people who I'm like not really friends with anymore. But we would play like Animal. It was really weird. I remember coming home and like having holes in my jeans and like rug burns all over my knees and like shins from doing this. Like we just crawl around and like pretend to be animals and like we get each other, like I don't even know, like we wouldn't really do much. Like we would run around on our knees and hands like chasing each other. That's all we would do. But I remember playing that all the time in indoor recess. It was a lot of fun. Like we played it every single time we had indoor recess. And then also I just remembered, was it Skip It? Where you that thing around your knee, ankle, and then you spin around. I used to play that a lot in dodgeball, or no, kickball. Sorry. Um, and then Gaga. Wow, it's called Gaga. Gaga court. I remember doing that, and your knuckles would be bleeding. Oh man, the good times. But alright, I will see you guys next Saturday, which is the day I come home, the 17th, because I work that morning, which sucks. And I have 2 finals, Wednesday, Friday. Wednesday is French, which is going to be really easy, and Friday is my science one. And they're both really easy because they're, like my French one, she basically told us what's going to be on the test, and evolution and extinctions is from the midterm up till now, and it's like 50 multiple choice, which every test has been. And I do that in like 20 minutes, which is so easy. And none of them are cumulative, which is perfect. So, yeah, I just have to wait till Saturday because I work. But hey, no one's going to be here. I'll get paid for standing around. And then after, I'll be home. And I live pretty close, so it's not going to take that long. All right, see you guys then.